Welcome to Coaching Minutiae. It's your host here, Nic Carothers. I'm glad you guys are back. Spend another episode with us today. We have my personal opinion, Hall of Fame coach, Stacy Mitchell, coming on the show today. Let me tell you a little bit about Coach Mitchell. Coach Mitchell is a fabulous coach. We're talking about on the boys' side and the girls' side of the game, has had a big impact, not just here, but also where he's from in Tennessee. Coach Mitchell took over for the girls program after 6 years on the boys side at Warren Central High School. I mean, we're talking about a girls program who had 4 coaches in 5 years. This program he took over not only from a program that was struggling to have levels of consistency, but to win a state championship in 4A basketball in Indiana. I mean, that's significant in all way, forms, and fashions. Coach Mitchell has been honored to coach multiple Division I athletes and represent the state of Indiana as the head coach of the Indiana All-Star Game. So, without further ado, my friend, my brother, Coach Stacy Mitchell. What's up, Coach?
Hey, how you doing?
How are you,
Coach?
man? Good to see you, man. Good to see you, man.
Thanks for having me.
No problem, no problem.
All right.
Oh, man. So how's life treating you?
Everything's going well, man.
Everything's
Can't
going
complain.
well. Can't complain?
Life is good.
I love to hear it. Love it. Family well?
Yes, the family's doing
Good,
well.
good.
Like I said, very thankful.
You spending good time with the wife before we get into the thick of the season?
Yeah. Spend a lot of time with the family, wife and kids, getting that quality time in because, once basketball season starts, it's a lot of late nights and weekends and things of that nature. Yeah. So,
and you got 2 little ones that are also in sports as well right now.
Yes, actually not so little no more. I got 12-year-old. She does Imani. She does tennis and basketball, and then my son Ezra, who's 15, he does tennis.
He does tennis. Okay, so man, tennis is a tough sport, man. It's a tough sport.
Yes, it is. Yeah. I was talking to him about the other night how just the mentality of being out there on the island on your own like that.
Oh yeah,
and it's a little different outside. I said when I played, basketball, I had my teammates that I could feed off of. I said when you're playing tennis, you gotta feed off yourself. You kind of gotta motivate yourself.
Yeah.
And when you have those tough times, you got to reel yourself in.
Because the games are kind of quiet in tennis, right, Coach? It's not a bunch of cheering,
be,
not a lot of rah-rah.
It's a little bit of rah-rah after the scores.
After the scores,
but while the play is going on, it's relatively quiet.
That's got to be tough. That's got to be tough.
It's fun to watch it, though. I mean, I'm proud of him. I'm proud of both my kids. I've seen my son go from someone who's not so outgoing, kind of timid, to where he's more aggressive now, and he's playing stronger. And my baby girl, she's always been quite aggressive. She just has to now work on her strengthening her fundamentals both in tennis and in basketball.
Okay, got you. All right, man. So that's amazing, man. I don't think people realize how much time we spend in the gym, in our offices, in our basements or our dens or family rooms, working on the game, really trying to impart into other people's child, obviously to help them reach all the goals that they want to reach, get to college, be prepared for opportunities in college, but also help building a program, not just with your high school team, but with the youth programs too. Correct. So I know you have an amazing youth program. Your youth program is one of the programs that I've kind of patterned some of the things that we do afterwards. You got your in-house league, and then you play some travel ball. Tell me about your youth program and development of that.
Well, I tell you what, I've been very, very, very blessed. We have some individuals in our youth program that have been a part of our youth program from when their kids played. 15, 16 years ago.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Eric Vaughn, Andy Abram, those guys have been around for, like I say, 15, 16 years, well before I got there. And they do a great job. I mean, their daughters came through and played in our program and then have moved on. And then now they're giving back to generations well behind them. So I appreciate those guys big time.
Man, it's so important to have people in your program that see your vision, and want to better that by just giving their time, you know what I mean, and their effort to just help build the young women in our program. We can't thank those coaches more. I wish we could thank those coaches even more than we do. I mean, obviously we try to get them gear. We try to celebrate them, in a public fashion. But to all those coaches that's coaching youth ball, from myself, from Coach Mitchell, from not just in our programs, but just in general, trying to better the game, push the game forward. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all. So those coaches that's coaching those youth programs, like yourself, like myself, there was a coach that probably stood out to that child, that really was the impact to that child. Who was that coach for you, Coach? Who was the impact coach in your life?
Oh, my goodness. I tell you what, I got a bunch of them, man. So
Okay,
I have to start, with my my very first coach, my junior high coach, Benny Perry.
Benny Perry.
Yeah,
Okay.
He taught us how to play basketball, man. He taught us the fundamentals, both defensively and offensively. He I almost cursed, but he really made sure that we were in shape.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
he ran us. I mean, so conditioning was a big thing. But when we got to high school, we were ready. My high school coach, Joe North,
Okay.
the girls coach who coached at the same time when I was in high school, Friedel Harris. You know what I'm saying? Big impact there for me. Coach Don Meyer, who coached at
Okay.
David Lipscomb in Nashville. I used to go to his camps in the summer. I went to 4 camps over 4 years with David Lipscomb. Very big impact on me. My college coach, Tom Hancock
Okay.
at University of Tennessee at Martin, another big impact on me. And then when I got here to Indiana, I was able to pair up with Leo Clem at Brebeuf because I coached at Brebeuf before I came to Warren Central.
So you were at I didn't know you were at Brebeuf, Coach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So how long were you there?
I was at Brebeuf for 3 years.
3 years at Brebeuf. Okay.
Yeah. And we did some amazing things. I learned a lot from Coach Clem.
Okay.
Just more about the communicating. Coach Clem is a very good coach, but his big thing was communication, making sure you communicate with the kids, and I was able to pick up a lot of that from him.
Got you. That's awesome, Coach. That's awesome. We always want to shout out those coaches who had an impact on us because they give us the foundation of how we approach the children that we have today. Because kids aren't the same.
Right.
When we were playing or when we began coaching that are now, times have evolved.
Yes.
There are a lot more distractions. There's a lot more people around them and in their ear and having an influence on their decision making. The last guest we had on, we talked about the trainers.
Yeah.
He said he's a head coach for track and field at Lawrence Central.
Okay.
Named Will Glover, awesome coach. He talked about in the middle of his indoor season that there's a gap where kids go to their trainer and everything that you've been working on that kid with, maybe that other coach has changed the regimen.
Yeah.
And we face that all the time. I know you and I have had conversations off camera about having to kind of reprogram our kids from summer AAU ball to school ball because obviously the games are different.
Yes.
Speak to that, Coach. How your approach in that aspect.
Well, I'll tell you what. The biggest thing when it comes to summer AAU is I try to whatever communication I have with their AAU coaches, I just tell them, teach them the fundamentals of the game, teach them how to play both sides of the basketball, offensively and defensively. Teach them to be playmakers. Teach them, to hustle. To give to the game. Don't be an individual. Play team basketball because in the end, basketball is a team sport, and that's what you have. Now, a lot of times you may have some of your players that may go to summer ball. We'll just call it summer ball AAU, and some of the things that a particular coach may say, well, you need to add this to your game. Well, that may not necessarily match, what's best for our program.
Right.
But at the same time, I'll say this, if that coach can make that player a better player all the way around, then you know what, then that helps us all.
Correct.
So my biggest thing when I talk to AAU coaches in the summer when they ask, hey, what can I do? What do you think things we need to work on? Hey, make them a better player. Make them better defensively, offensively, playmaking, leadership-wise. Do those things. Don't just look at it as, okay, I want you to be able to score, off the bounce. I want you to be able to catch and shoot or stick this particular person in the corner and we driving and kicking all day.
Right.
Make them a better, well-rounded player and teammate. That's because for me, if we can get that, I'm doing it on my end, you're doing it on your end, and that'll help that person.
That's an amazing message. Amazing message to make the player a whole player. Absolutely. And not just a scorer or someone who's putting on that one-on-one move to get some type of look. That's something that I try to get through to my players as well, is that, how you play in AAU and how you play on your team at your school is obviously probably two different schemes.
It is.
Okay. Second part is maybe the players on your AAU team are better than you, So you're limited on what you're able to do in AAU. We know kids that play AAU and they play on these top teams, and there might be 7, 8, 9 kids on this top team, and you're coming off the bench. And there's couple other kids who maybe got 6 or 7 offers you're playing with, and they got a little more freedom than you do. But you get to my team, and I don't want you to lose your confidence on who you are on this team. And I want you to stay aggressive. And I want you to be yourself, because now you got to be the leader of this team. What I have found out, coach, is that sometimes a kid gets into an AAU season and gets comfortable because the team that they're on, they're winning. They're having a really good season, and she's okay in this box that they have put her in. But for us, you're the person that we creating scouting reports to stop. And the head coach, we're creating offensive opportunities for you to have those looks. You can't run away from that challenge.
Correct.
You got to accept that challenge, not just on the offensive end, but defensive end. And I mean, we've seen kids in AAU and our high school games and all-star games, they shy away from the spotlight when it's on them, or the opportunity to guard somebody when it's on them, or the vocal part of the game. You know, I don't want my teammate to be upset at me. If I call my teammate out, it's a lose-lose. If I call my teammate out, if I don't call my teammate out, my coach gonna be mad at me.
Correct.
If I don't address this, my coach gonna be upset at me. If I do call my teammate out, I might lose a friend.
Right.
If I demand too much of her, I might lose that trust between her. So the biggest thing I tell those AAU coaches is help her be a better communicator on how she's communicating what she needs. Don't put her in a box. Obviously, you want her to play solid basketball, but like you said, develop, because maybe a girl that's playing 3 or 4 for me is going to be a 1 or 2 in college.
Correct.
Right? So I got to let her kind of develop in that in the way she plays. We use summer ball in June for that.
Right.
Try to work on what you're weak on.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I don't really care about the winning losses in summer ball.
Right.
I want great basketball and development. I know you the same way. I know you play all your kids.
Absolutely. We rotate them. Yeah. Everybody plays equal amount of minutes. Yes. And even to the point to where, depending on, like, say, if a certain 5 finish a game, then the next 5 is going to start the next game.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I say this to them, you don't win or lose a state championship in the summer. Okay. And if I'm playing in the summer, just trying to win in the summer and not trying to see someone develop, then that's going to hurt that team.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I always tell my staff my goal is to give every single girl an opportunity to show what she has been working on in her off season.
Correct.
Because every kid wants a bigger role, or a different opportunity, or the shot that they want to take. So in the summertime, okay, this is your chance, playing same minutes as everybody else, to show that you're ready for what you're asking for.
Correct.
If you want a bigger role, you want more shots, you want more. Here's your opportunity, and I'm not gonna berate you or get upset at you if you make a mistake. Let's learn as we're going. Let's get better as we're going. But hey, coach, I want to shoot threes. It's, okay, cool. Let's see what you do in summer ball. Still take good shots. Don't force it. Let's see what your percentage is. Let's get it. And give them that freedom to do so. And what I have found is, at least recently, they say they want that, and then when it comes down to the game, they kind of go back into what they were. And I'm like, hey, you can take that shot. Remember, we talked about being aggressive there. Oh, it didn't feel right, coach. It didn't feel right. It's not gonna be perfect.
Correct.
Because this is new for you.
Correct.
This is what you're trying to develop. And then it goes back to what you said, is that AAU coach let them develop in that way, or that trainer really developing their skill set, or you have this cookie cutter workout that you give everybody.
Correct.
I'm seeing a lot of that too, coach. Trainers in the cookie cutter workout. I can almost tell who you work out with by how you play now.
Yeah. Yeah. And going into what you were just talking about, trying to add to your game, it's a risk there when you do that, you know, and sometimes people don't want to take those risks when it's time to take those risks. Because in the summer, that's a time where we want you to get better with your AAU teams, but also that's a time where college coaches are looking at you. So it's kind of in the middle of, okay, do I want to take this risk of doing something that I don't normally do? But that's part of development. You must be willing to take a risk. You must be willing to be uncomfortable. Yeah. And there's no success or there's no gain without a little bit of failure. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some, you're going to play well sometimes, you're not going to play well. But the thing about it is being willing to take that risk. And then the more you take that risk, then you'll get better.
Man, that's so powerful. And to piggyback off what you said, those college coaches is looking at that.
Yeah.
They're looking at your development over a period of time. You might have got an offer your 8th grade or freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
And that coach keeps coming back to look at you to see,
Mm-hmm.
are you still developing?
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people don't know this, is that you can get an offer at a young age and your game stay the same, and now that school isn't as interested or not as in love with you as they were when they sent you that offer. Or you're wondering why am I not getting the same type of offers? Maybe because a part of your game that needs to develop and they thought would develop over that period of time has not, or your coaches haven't let you develop in that way, or your parents want you to stick to your bread and butter.
Right.
I fight that sometimes, is the parent, and this is what she does, this is how she got those offers. Yeah, but she still got to be ready for what's coming.
Right.
Well,
I'll tell you what I think is most attractive to a college coach, and I've had a chance to talk to quite a few, is that what kind of player are you? What kind of teammate are you? Do you give effort? Do you look to make the right plays? Okay, the making and missing of shots, that'll come as you continue to get better and work on those things. But if you play the right way, which is cliche and people say it a lot, but it's so true. If you play the right way, okay, make the right plays, play with effort, you're a good teammate. That's very, very attractive to college coaches, and most importantly, having great grades.
Oh man,
very, very, very
attractive. Man, not just great attendance too.
Yes.
I unfortunately, I had a kid recently whose grades are good. Great player. College coach said, with her transcript, send me the attendance.
Mm-hmm.
And they saw that the kid was late to school quite a few times and missed just a few days too much for their coach. And they're like, well, why are they missing all these days? This is during the season.
Yeah.
And that's a red flag.
Absolutely.
And the school's still interested, but the offer that they probably would have got last year, she didn't get.
Yeah.
Because they want to see, okay, address it. Can you do better at it? So
yeah.
I'm honest with the kid, and I'm honest with the parents too, coach.
Mm-hmm.
Your kid getting enough sleep.
Yeah.
Your kid eating the right way. Obviously, the grades.
Yes.
Coming to school, your best ability is availability. That's been my mantra for the longest. Yes. Your best ability is availability. Because when those coaches do call us, and they do call us, I think a lot of people think that us as high school coaches, it's never the middle. It's very, very one end or the other end.
Mm-hmm.
Either you need to go hunt these college coaches to get my kid recruited, or you never talk to the coaches at all.
Right.
And it's neither. It's really neither. Mm-hmm. My job is to prepare you for what's coming.
Correct.
While working together to a joint goal to get this team where it needs to be.
Correct.
My job is to be the clarity of who you are on a day-to-day basis from what your AAU coach has been telling this coach. Because your AAU coach gonna be like Instagram and TikTok and promote the best of you.
Yeah.
But they want to know, what do you do on a regular basis? Are you consistent? Are you in the gym every day? Are you putting in extra work? Are you in the weight room, or you missed the lifts?
Correct.
Who you really are. And now they're going to come to Stacy Mitchell and say, hey, Coach Mitchell, player A over here, coach, she had a great summer, coach.
Mm-hmm.
But what's going on with these grades, though? Or what's going on with this behavior stuff, coach? Mm-hmm. And they want to know. And we can't lie to them. I tell my parents, no. I'm not going to lie to no coach for you. No. I got to be honest with you, because my name is on the line, and he or she's job is on the line. Correct. If they offer your kid an opportunity, yes. They get there, they mess around, and yes. We've had kids that's happened before.
Those college coaches are responsible, yes, for that individual that they're bringing on campus, yes.
Yeah.
Because you're not only just bringing an athlete, but you're bringing a student athlete.
Yeah.
Okay, and there are certain statistics that go along with them, not only being an athlete, but also as a student, because each college, they're going to send this information out about grades and things of that nature, which makes their college look great. Where your student athlete factors into those grades.
Yeah. Now I had a young lady, coach. She wasn't a scorer for me. She was a role player. Good. She did her job. Mm-hmm. She was good at her role. She averaged less than a point for 4 years. Less than a point. Mm-hmm. She got 4 offers her senior year, coach, mm-hmm. and was at the time talking to these coaches, gung ho about, I want to go play. And then when it come down to the end of the year, coach, I don't want to play no more. I said, what's going on? She goes, I don't think I'm ready. She said, I'm not even. I'm, I just don't think I don't think I love it like I thought I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I said, but you did all this work. You put in this work. You played at AAU. Your parents got you from here and there. You played for me. You went through all the things that I'm putting you through
Mm-hmm.
to just give up. Yeah, coach. I don't think I can do it.
Mm.
Right here.
Yeah.
So when that coach comes back to me, or multiple coaches, not just the ones who offer her, but other coaches who at the end of the year, there's always this coaches like, hey, I need players. This kid decommitted.
Yes.
This kid went to another school. I thought we were going to have these numbers. We don't. What about this kid? And you tell them she's not even playing. They're like, man, but coach, when we talked last, you said she doing it. Yeah. So just think if they had brought that kid on campus and then they did that while there.
Yeah. I think again, it's a little bit of risk taking, a little bit of fear factor. Sometimes, to be the best you can be, it requires you to take a risk. It requires you to expose yourself for criticism and just failure.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people are not willing to fall down sometimes. I mean, you're only going to get better through going through tough things.
Yeah.
And when you go through tough things sometimes, you're not always going to be successful. I mean, like I said earlier, you're going to win some and you're going to lose some. But in that journey of competing, being the best you can be in what area that you go into, challenging yourself day to day, you'll get used to it for one, and then you'll get better at it.
Yeah.
And I think now it's kind of like what I see sometimes in my classroom, my algebra classroom. Kids don't want to miss a problem.
Oh.
They want to get it right. Well, guess what? You learn when you make mistakes.
From your mistakes.
Yeah, I use this analogy, and I tell my kids this in the classroom. When I was growing up, I used to cook breakfast for me and my younger sister a lot, and I used to burn the eggs.
Okay.
Because I was cooking the eggs too fast, too hot, and my mom was like, "Hey, turn that down a little bit. You don't have to cook it on high. You don't have to be cooked fast." And then I learned after burning eggs for a while how to make breakfast and make eggs for me and my younger sister. I tell the kids, y'all got to be willing to burn the eggs sometimes. You're going to burn them up, but as you burn eggs, you're going to, okay, look, I burned some eggs. Instead of running it on high, let me turn it down a little bit. Let me maybe stir it a little bit. I see how long it takes to cook it. You got to be willing to burn some eggs.
Yeah.
And I say that in class because you're not going to do anything perfect the very first time. You're just not.
I was, I think Coach Smith, Gabby Smith, man, she was here. We were talking about making mistakes and struggle. We talked a lot about struggle that day and allowing your kid to make those mistakes, allowing yourself to struggle a little bit and grow from that struggle.
Yeah.
I gave the analogy of when you have a baby, you have a table, maybe it's a table with corners on it, and that baby about to run into the corner of that table and you put your hand there so they don't hit it. But maybe one time you weren't able to put your hand there and they hit that table. The next time they come around that table, they had that knowledge of the mistake that they made.
Right.
And they looking for that table. Or you stub your toe in the middle of the night, getting up to go check on something. You heard something in the house.
A little slower.
You walk a little slower next time you try to come around the edge of the bed or go through the doorway.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, man, the mistakes is what help us grow.
Yeah.
And no growth happens in a state of comfort.
Correct.
No growth happens in a state of comfort at all. And our kids, like you said, it's uncomfortable at times to take those risks, to put yourself out there, to possibly be seen as someone who made a mistake in front of the crowd or social media or whatever the case may be. That's super hard right now for this generation of kids.
Yeah, it is because everything that they do, someone has a phone out or it's documented.
Yeah.
But you got to be willing to, I tell my players, you got to be willing to laugh at yourself.
Yeah.
You can't take yourself too seriously because you're not going to be perfect. I mean, I've said this to our players too. Steph Curry gets millions of dollars to hit 4 out of 10 threes.
4 out of 10.
So
4 out of 10.
So she's shooting threes at a 40% clip.
Yep.
And he gets millions of dollars for that. So 6 out of 10 times, most times, he's missing it. So it's just a certain confidence you got to have in yourself that when you're playing, that you got to know what a good play is, a bad play is, and you got to know that I may have made a mistake, but that was a good mistake. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a psychology to playing basketball.
Oh yeah,
It really is. You know, it's not all just good and bad. You know what I'm saying? It's a gray area.
Yeah.
And once you get to that point to where you understand that, okay, I gave great effort, that play just didn't work out for me, you can move on from it. Not that it just didn't work out for me and now I'm in my own head.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Love it, Coach. I love it, Coach. Well, I got a couple questions for you, Coach. Got a
Okay.
couple questions for you. So we're gonna rapid fire them at you real quick, okay, Coach?
Okay.
If you had to write a letter, to Stacy Mitchell, his first year as Warren Central girls basketball head coach,
Okay.
to give him 3 things, and it maybe not your first year at Warren, maybe yourself as a player, maybe when you're at Buff, or just in general. If you had to go and write yourself a letter that we're gonna send back in time, Coach.
Okay.
Give me 3 things, not that you would change, that you would tell yourself to help you navigate things that we go through as coaches today.
Okay, I tell you what. Let's go back when I very first started coaching girls, because I'd always coached boys before.
Okay.
Because to be honest with you, when I was, when it was brought to me about, hey, look, we want you to coach the girls here at Warren Central, after me sitting and watching those 4 coaches come and go, my big thing was, okay, I've been coaching boys this whole time. I want to make sure I do this right with girls, because
it's different.
There is a difference,
Yeah.
and so if I were to write a letter to myself, and I would say, hey, one, be patient.
Okay, patience. I like that.
Which is kind of what I kind of overdid that, if you ask some of my coaches who coach with me, but be patient. Because you just,
Yeah.
I mean, I have a daughter, and I want somebody to treat my daughter the way I would treat her.
There you go.
And that doesn't mean treat her with kid gloves, because I'm firm with my daughter. I'm hard on her in certain areas, but at the same time, she know I love her.
Yeah.
And
coming from a good place.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So definitely want to be patient. Be consistent, because consistency is a big thing, and I pride myself on being consistent with them. I mean, if I'm saying I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it.
Yes.
Okay. And make it something that the girls can enjoy.
I
speak a lot. If you ask some of my players, that really pay attention, you might catch one that does. But most of my players that pay attention, I don't say the word fun. I say enjoy, because enjoy comes from within, inner joy.
Oh, I like that.
That's one of the things I learned. It's not a Stacy Mitchell original, but I got that from Coach Clem at Buff.
I'm stealing it though. I'm telling you right now, Coach Clem, I'm taking it, man. Yeah. Enjoy it, because I use fun a lot.
Yeah.
The game got to be. I always say that if a young lady is not having fun at whatever she do, she doesn't want to be there.
Right.
You don't have to be at the fanciest restaurant or the biggest movie theater or the nicest show, but when she's with the right group of people, and that group of people is good to be around, they enjoy their company,
right?
Then you want to be wherever they are.
Yeah.
Even if it's in the hard work that we put them through.
Exactly.
Enjoy. I like that. I'm stealing it. It.
So those are the 3 things: be patient, enjoy. You know what I'm saying, and be consistent. Yeah. Because in the end, I think consistency, and I see it a lot in my class, my daily class of just teaching.
And you teach math, right?
Yeah, teach algebra 1. Yep. Of the more, when the kids see me there, I'm consistently about the rules that we have, just the way the class flows, that creates comfort for them.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you have consistency, there's comfort, and when there's comfort, there's trust.
They know what to expect.
Correct. Yeah.
They know what to expect.
And that kind of comes from just my upbringing, growing up where I grew up in Tennessee, growing up in Bolivar, Tennessee. My parents were very consistent with us, me and my sister, and there's just a comfort there when there's consistency.
So tell me this, okay? I asked this question to Coach Smith too. I said, do you prepare your kids for the different version of Coach Mitchell? For example, what I mean by that is Coach Mitchell on a lift day, Coach Mitchell in open gym, Coach Mitchell on the day before we play in the game, Coach Mitchell on game day, on a conference game day, a sectional game day. Do you prepare your kids, or how do you prepare your kids for that competitiveness that's in us?
Very, very interesting. I do it, but it's kind of informal. Okay, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Last week, the day before because certain days during preseason conditioning, we go out to the track.
Yeah.
And I tell them, hey, we're going out to the track tomorrow. It's gonna be crazy. So prepare yourself for the worst day possible. It's going to be hard.
Yeah.
I want to see how many of you guys are going to show up tomorrow. How many of you young ladies are going to show up tomorrow knowing that I'm about to put you through some hell.
And this is preseason.
Yeah.
I always say I'm trying to get the right people on the bus that's going to be with us in good or bad.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I'm looking around. I'm checking eyes. Now, fortunately, I have a lot of returners this year. We're young, but I got a lot of returners. So they know Coach Mitchell a little bit. But I still do the same thing. Hey, look, tomorrow's going to be tough. It's going to be rugged. It's going to be a lot of running out there on the track. We might come in and shoot the ball a little bit. We're going to spend we're going to lift, and we're running. Okay, so just get your mind right. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's my informal way of, for conditioning. Game days, same thing. Hey, look, tomorrow, hey, make sure we locked in. Now, all this hard work that we did in practice, all this going through the drills, all the running, all the Coach Mitchell, projecting and because when I say I'm yelling, I'm not yelling at them, but I'm just projecting what I want. Tomorrow, you get a chance for all that to happen.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna get on you the same way in a game that I would in practice.
No.
Because I need you in a game to be like, okay, move on from that mistake or move on from that error. Because if it's something that shows up a lot, then we'll deal with it in practice. I'm not gonna deal with it in the game because I need you to be as comfortable as you can be, and I need you to be confident that I can make a mistake, and my coach is not gonna be rolling his eyes. He's not gonna be stomping his feet. He's not gonna take me out as soon as I make a mistake.
Right.
That's one thing. I might be giving away one of my secrets. I try my best not, if a kid makes a couple of mistakes, to take them out like right after that, because this generation of kids, some of them, that affects their confidence.
They can be fickle on those things.
Us growing up, we just bounce back from it because, hey, I got to do better. But for them, it can be so final. So, for them. Yeah. So I try my best. So depending on if you're not hustling, not getting back on defense,
totally different. That's totally different. But we're just talking about just a basketball player.
Yeah. I try my best not to, pull a kid.
We play each other. Now, I do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I tell the girls, I'm not calling you out. I'm calling you up.
Right.
So during a dead ball situation or doing maybe a free throw, I'll call the player over that maybe I feel like is struggling in a certain area, and we'll have a one-on-one conversation while she's still on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And I just tell her, go get it.
Yeah.
Leave her in there. Give her some words of affirmation and some direction. Not really a correction. Correct. I'm gonna give you some direction and let you play through your mistake that we was talking about, right?
Yeah.
I got to, because like you said, that confidence, you can kill a kid's confidence doing that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Take them out after mistake, because and I've said this to my players, because I want them to have good body language and good communication with one another when one of the teammates make a mistake.
Yeah.
So and you really get to address it in practice, because sometimes it comes up. I mean, there are good days and bad days in practice, but I make a point to say, hey, look, player A, when you threw the ball to player B and she dribbled it off her foot and you kind of gave her bad body language. I said, who's the first person that knew they made a mistake? She did.
Yeah.
So we're not going to compound that.
Right.
That's when she needs you the most. She needs you the most when she just dribbled it off her foot or just threw the ball away or just got beat, on a defensive assignment. She needs you more then than when you made 3 threes in a row.
Right.
So it's a psychology to it, and what that does is it builds a togetherness of, hey, my teammate's going to be with me, and they're going to be with me when I'm doing well, and they're going to also support me when I'm not playing well. Because in the end, we all need each other.
I always tell them all relationships are 100-100.
Okay.
They're not 50-50. That means I only gave you half of my effort.
Okay.
Only gave you half of my love, half of my attention. I'm going to, in that moment that we're together,
correct,
I'm going to give you everything that I got. And I expect you to give the same to me. Now, I tell my girls, I'm going to give you, as a coach, all that I have for you.
Mm-hmm.
The best of me that I have for you.
Mm-hmm.
Good or bad, I'm going to give you the best of me. And I need you to give that to your teammates.
Correct. So
in relationships, you got ups and downs.
True.
Situations that test your relationship, adversity that faces the group.
Mm-hmm.
Can you be the same 100% of yourself, giving the best of yourself through that adversity?
Absolutely. That's when it's needed the most.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We can all high five and everything's going well be great when everything's going well, but what kind of teammate or what kind of spouse can you be when it's hard?
Yeah.
Or what kind of friend?
Yeah.
When your friend's going through something hard, or maybe he or she has done something that's not good, but they still need a friend.
And shout out to the spouses
Yeah.
that deal with us being
Yeah.
gone for 6 months out of the year. I mean,
Oh,
from
man,
from
it's-
August until March.
and well, then you got to
And then
think
you got
about
summer
how
too.
busy we
Now,
are in the
but
spring and summer.
I just mean that solid block of time.
Yeah.
Because we start conditioning and lifting in August.
Mm-hmm.
September, we actually have to be able to have our 15 open gyms.
Mm-hmm.
You still got lifting and conditioning going on after that too.
Mm-hmm.
And then October 20th, we right in it, man. We right in it. And it's 6 days a week.
Yep.
And on Sundays, we watching film. We preparing for the week.
We're going to watch our travel teams play.
We're traveling to watch our travel teams. Or coaching our travel. Last year, I'm coaching 2 travel teams, to our spouses, man, they give more than 100 to us because they give us grace.
Absolutely.
They give us time to be away from the family. Our kids, thank God for our kids that are understanding,
Mm-hmm.
And know that this is our calling. You know what I mean?
Right.
So shout out to all the spouses and the kids and the families that deal with us craziness. Our crazy selves.
And being gone a lot. You know what I mean? Because we're gone a lot. And girls basketball, we play a lot of games during the week.
Yes.
Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights.
Yes.
And,
I know you teaching in the classroom, and I'm in the building too, and I'm up at 4:20.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get life prepared for them, so when they get up, life is easy. But I don't get to see them because they still sleep. I leave here at 5. I get to campus at 5:15, 5:20.
Mm-hmm.
I'm there. If it's just a practice, I'm there until at least 6:30.
Right.
If it's not just a practice, we got youth practice, I'm there till 8:30. And then if it's a game, if it's an away game, we play in Martinsville, we playing in Bloomington, or it's 11 o'clock.
You get back to
just the campus at 11, 10, 11, and then I got to drive home, Correct. Yep. So some days we don't see our families. We spend more time probably in the gym or working on preparation for the gym than we get to spend on a day-to-day basis with our little ones. And our families, they sacrifice a lot.
Especially during basketball season, you're correct.
Yeah. Yes. And then, like you said, don't forget. So March we get off. We get part of April off. May come, June come. We back at it.
Yep.
And like you said, you got little ones that play spring and fall sports. So you missing games too with the little ones.
Yeah. Or I'm leaving workouts and speeding, getting to tennis matches and yeah.
It's a sacrifice.
Yeah, but it's a labor of love though.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I just tell my girls is, everything that you do is going to be a sacrifice, and especially for the ones who want to be leadership is a sacrifice. Leadership is a sacrifice. It is being in spaces where you can't defend yourself, but you got to know you got to be true to yourself. It's being in spaces where you're not able to spend time with loved ones like you want to because there's a bigger responsibility that you have over yourself. It's being able to be hard on yourself more than you're hard on the people that you serve. Because you have to be great for them to be great because you're in charge.
Yes, and you gotta be consistent.
Yeah, got to.
You can't. Everything that you demand of them or you ask them, you got to represent that.
Yes,
you have to.
Like my point guard. I'm hardest on my point guards. I don't know about you, but I tell my point guards is especially in the game, well, in practice too. Me and you can't have we can never have a bad practice.
Correct.
We can never have a bad never. Point guard and head coach can never have a bad practice.
Players, head coach, leaders,
can't have a bad practice. Then in the game, if you're the point guard or you're the best player, if anything goes wrong, it's on you and me.
Correct.
It's on you and me if anything goes wrong. So me and you will have to be on the same page to make sure that we're tag teaming every problem and we never face it alone.
Yes.
You're never alone.
Yes. Because you need a player on the court that sees the game like you see it.
Oh, you had Shea Beeler.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, speak on Shea. Shea was amazing.
Let me just say this: Shayla made the game easier for everybody around her. I never saw anyone that took such thrill in being able to set someone else up to score the basketball.
Oh yeah, that's special.
I would show our girls highlights of watch how she acts after she passes you the ball and you score. Look at her body language.
Yeah.
I mean, but we had a really good group of girls, man. Shayla, Scotty, Melody, Sydney, Keita Talley, Trinity McClendon, T-Mac.
People don't know all the things that went into that state run, Coach. They never got your story on that. And if you can touch on one or two things on that state run that's beyond the court, the things and the sacrifices that went into creating that opportunity for those young women to be who they were in those moments.
Okay. One of the biggest things you talked about earlier on, some of those girls had seen, 3 to 4 coaches in 5 years, and then when I first got the job, I met with the girls for the first time. They were looking at me like, hey, you just gonna be the next one to do 1 year and leave. And I remember telling them, and they quoted this in the paper. I told them, I said, hey, just trust me. Let's work on this together, and let's see what we can make happen. Because I think we got a good group. Because once I had the first workout with them, I was like, man, we got a pretty good. We had a bunch of youngsters, but I'm like, this can go somewhere.
Right.
In the first couple of years, we had injuries that kind of hurt us, but that first year that everybody was healthy, our stride hit at the right time.
Yeah.
And I'll also say this about that group of girls, showed up to all the spring workouts, fall workouts.
That's important, Coach. That's so important.
They were great in the classroom. That state championship team had a team GPA of a 3.2 overall. They were truly a group of girls who were hungry and who worked together, and they supported one another.
And we're not just talking about 1 or 2. We're talking about 6 or 7.
Yeah.
All on the same page.
Yes.
All running in the same direction.
And I'm talking about our leadership was great. Marae Bell, we call her Scotty, and Shania, not Shania, Shania Caldwell. Those were some really, really good leaders for us.
That's awesome.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, because sometimes your leaders aren't necessarily the players that get the most attention by other people. You know what I'm saying? But those two, oh man, listen, they were really, really great leaders for us.
Yeah. Now, special run, Coach. Special run.
Yeah.
All right, Coach. Last question. Got a last question for you.
All right.
If you could think of someone that we should bring on the show that can help our community, coaching community, that can help be transparent with parents and players to come on and do the same thing that you did today. The rule is, who would you want to see on the show? And second of all, you got to help us get on the show. You got to help us get on the show.
Okay.
Because Gabby named you.
Oh, she did? Okay.
Gabby named you. And I told her I had already reached out to you.
Thank you. Shout out,
she
Gabby.
named you, Coach. She named Coach Ramey.
Yep. Coach Ramey would be an excellent one.
Yep.
Yes. Yep. I tell you what, I say we get one of the OGs on here. Okay. I say we get Kevin Merriweather on here.
Kevin Merriweather.
Coach Merriweather. I think we get one of the OGs. He can give some real great insight from all sides of it, from being a high school coach to being, because when I first moved to Indianapolis, when it came to girls basketball, Kevin Merriweather was the godfather.
Well, I followed him at Tinley, and he had built something special.
Yes.
At Tinley, and we're not talking about just playing small schools. I mean, he was traveling the state to play people. He's playing 4A schools, and this a 1A school in the middle of the Meadows. So shout out to Kevin. You know what I mean? Great coach. You know what I mean? So we would love to have you. I'll come to you, Coach. I know he's busy. He's got 2 daughters coaching college ball right now, doing
awesome.
wonderful things.
That's awesome.
Doing wonderful things. So
okay. Yeah. So we get the OG Kevin Merriweather, and I think that'd be great, man.
That's awesome.
Because he has a wealth of knowledge and a gang of experience. And just think about all the players that he has coached, that he's had, that's done some great things. When I moved to India, I didn't know nothing about the family, but then after being here for a while, I'm like, oh my God, that's a great organization that he had going on.
Oh yeah. That was a good program. That was a good program. Well, Coach, I'm excited that you came. Is there any last words you want to leave the people, leave the community?
Well, I'm just thanks for having me. This was I'm flattered and honored to be able to come, and just share a little bit of who I am.
Yeah.
And you keep doing the great things you're doing there at Decatur Central. You're working your butt off, man, and hard work pays off. Yeah.
We trying to build it like you built Warren, man. We trying to stay consistent with the kids, and we're trying to play people. Our schedule has, I know dramatically changed from when I started to what it is now, and really give them a look of what playing in college is. You can't skirt around the work.
No, the work has to be done.
It's work.
And one more thing I want to make sure and say, we've had great support from our administration at Warren, from our principals, all the way up to superintendent and the school board. So Warren Central has been, I mean, they really support our students and our student athletes. So and I know Decatur is the same way. A lot of support. So
our last
last
superintendent and our new superintendent, the first 2 weeks he was on the job, he was in my practice, just a fly on the wall, watching, not a distraction at all. Just wanting to see him be involved. When we see him, we have a meeting with all of our head coaches, all of our staff, head coaches and assistant coaches, all come together at the beginning of the year. We have a banquet where we talk about the focus of the program, the message we want to get out to the kids, the culture we're trying to build at the school. He's there, man. Yes. He's there, mingling, sitting with everybody, eating with everybody. Justin Dixon. Who was at Warren? Who was at Warren? He was our athletic director when I took over the position. And now he's our director of operations. But he's still very much involved in athletics. Derek Staten, who was our new athletic director. I mean, we talk daily about how can we do this, how can we do that better. I'm bouncing ideas off of him. He's asking me to put my fingerprint on this and that. They believe, just like you, they believe in what we're trying to do. Exactly. And without those people, neither one of us have a real program. Neither one of those people.
I mean, people see us on the sidelines and they see the girls on the court, but it's so many other people that make that happen. And also, I mean, definitely don't want to leave this out. Our parents.
Oh man.
Okay. I mean,
got some good parents, man.
You cannot do it without the parents.
Yeah.
So just want to make sure that you parents understand that we do appreciate you too.
Yeah.
I mean this, and we mean that.
Yeah.
Because we can't have any of it without you.
Yeah, I mean, they trust us with it. You trust us with your children.
Right.
You trust us not just to get them ready on the court, but we're with them probably more than they are during the day because we're in the classroom with them too.
Yeah.
So for those parents to trust us to impart the best of ourselves to that child in correction, in affirmation, in on the court, and in character who she is. I mean, that's we don't have any program without that, without the trust of the parents. Absolutely. So we appreciate our parents.
Absolutely.
100%.
Yes.
Coach, man, this has been great, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. Like I said, thanks again for having me on.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah, awesome. Well, we appreciate you guys coming out, hanging out with us for another episode of Coaching Minutiae. I would love for you to leave in the comments any anonymous question you have for our next guest. We're going to read some questions from our viewers, from our coaches, and try to help give more insight to recruiting, what the locker room should look like, how to build a program, how to represent your child the best way on social media, how she or he should be representing themselves. And stay tuned. We're going to have a highlight contest as well. So thank you again for watching Coaching Minutiae.